seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Caught up in the characters of America's fucked up narrative. They say the straight black man in the black community is a terrorist. Straight black man can't never win. Straight black man is gon' need a therapist. Cause the straight black man is the worst that it's ever been. Blaming me for shit I ain't never did. Man, can't a nigga ever live? Can't a nigga ever live? I've been out here killing it. Still trying to sell me that I'm ignorant. Demon can't tell I'm different and diligent. Demon can't tell what a nigga been. Born suspect, what a nigga been innocent. Man up on them and they mark you as militant. Mark you as mad and belligerent. Man, fuck y'all images, fuck they images. He don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Who you calling a bitch though? What is you calling her a bitch for? Watch that bitch glow, watch that bitch blow. See, that's the part there that you didn't know. Getting mo. Why you hating on her black girl magic? Her black girl drive, all her black girl savage. So divine that she had to hashtag it. Her life matters and she had to have added. She been out here killing it. Didn't figure, but you acting like she ignorant. Paying her less, still magnificent. Watch her shatter that glass into little bits. Master degrees while you mastering Madden. Master a master, holding you back. Master of madness and average. Basic and tragic, trash in her passion. Say he don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. You done blackball me, redline me, whitewash me, still can't define me. Try and dick me down and then still deny me. Yeah, try and fuck me, sneak up behind me, but boom, I ain't bought up blinded, so boom, you ain't gotta remind me, cause bitch, my mind be like a flower in bloom. Sky with a room, that's the life assignment, and whom, what's and never should try me, then boom, big boom from what's behind me. Full pack of black excellent facts, black excellent acts, black excellent stats. Won't succumb to your bum ass acts, and when your bum ass come ass, I done no jack, and when your young ass come ass, I run that back, cause all my scholars had scars all upon they back. Now let's go. He don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Say he don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, they wrong, wrong, wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, gone, gone. But fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Good morning, everybody. I glitched, bitch. Good morning, y'all. What up, y'all? How's everybody doing this bright, beautiful morning? Thank y'all so much for fucking with your boy, Beth, Monica. Good morning this morning. Yeah, Joe Clair and Friends Comedy Show. They for sale. Yes, Beth was out this weekend. Beth came to the comedy show this weekend. Hung around for a hot second, but you and birthday girl both left too quick. I had to go finish saying what's up to everybody, but I wanted to talk to you too. Anyway, I guess I should have let that be known. That's on me. Hey, Queen. Hey, Silver Logan Shop. Good morning. Hey, before we go a step further, everybody, listen, I'm out of Instagram jail, it looks like. Tiffany, I was trying to holler at you before you left, but y'all left too quick. I wanted to talk to you and Beth and Monica all together about the Black Ass Bunch. But y'all have rolled out, so we'll have to have another connection. Anyway, I am out of Instagram jail. And I'm wondering, should I go and broadcast on Instagram again? Or should we just leave it like it is?
Should we leave it like it is? Chief Tomahawk, you ain't holler at me. I came out front. Did we take a picture or something? Come on, man. Y'all, I was trying to listen, from now on, if you come to the show, give me time to say what's up to all my folks, take pictures and everything, but then we can sit down. We the bunch. Y'all my new friends. We the black ass bunch. You understand? My old friends got to get used to my new friends. You understand? Lisa, you came too. Everybody came to the show. And they holler at your boy. From now on, make sure you stop and holler at your boy. All right, so I should not go back to IG. Leave it just like this. Facebook and YouTube is where you can find me, right? And just promote this on IG, right? Okay. All right, got you, Chief. Okay, Beth, everybody say. Don't worry, Silver. We got Silver Logan Shop. We got another show coming up July the 30th. I'm sitting there putting this shit together now. Putting the show together now. We're going to have a bang-up show. You understand what I'm saying? About the take care of George Wilborn right this minute. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, great show this weekend. Great show this weekend. Smokey Suarez, Brooklyn Mike, and my man Kamal, the Secret Genius. And I was so happy that we got to have that show that we had this week. Yeah, we're going to leave it like this. And I'm just going to promote on Instagram. So, yes, everybody who came out this weekend, I love y'all. Monica, my good friend from Morgan State University. Y'all see Monica in here every morning. She showed up with our good friend, the good Tanya Ferris Robinson, who I hadn't seen in who knows how long since I saw Tanya. And Monica, I haven't seen you in person in forever. But anyway, they came out and it felt so it just felt good, man. It just felt real good to see y'all. To actually see you guys face to face, tell jokes in front of y'all. We had a bomb-ass show, Silver Logan Shop. You hear me? I hope you feeling better. We had a great show. So Kamal, first of all, the band was back, and we did something different this time with the DJ and the band. So the band came with a DJ this time, and boy, it was good to see you, Monica. Much love, so much love, man. I really appreciate it. It was good to see you. And Tanya. Beth had both shoes on. Yes, Beth had on both shoes. I think Makisha came as well. Did Makisha come this weekend? Tiffany celebrated her birthday. Part of Tiffany's birthday weekend included the Joe Clair and Friends comedy show. We laughed our ass off, but all everybody says that Smokey and Mike was funny. Was Joe funny? I thought Joe was funny. My favorite of the whole show was Joe. I was watching everybody else, but Joe had me laughing like shit. I like that nigga. He's my favorite comedian. Joe Clair is my favorite comedian. I'll give a matter of fact. Let me see. I got one of his cups. Joe Clair's my favorite comedian. I really love him. LaShawn came too. Yes. Hey, LaShawn. So Chief Tomahawk say, Joe, the show on Friday night was outstanding. I haven't laughed so hard in decades. Tell that last comedian I got a couple dollars for him. Smokey Suarez missed a couple dollars. Let me get a couple dollars. He is funny as shit. Yeah, he came Smokey, but Brooklyn Mike ain't no slouch. And so listen, the first brother, Kamal, the Secret Genius, I got to work with him when I was down in Atlanta, and he was so smart. I wanted to bring a smart comic from the South to the show. You understand? You feel what I mean? And then some ratchet comedians from the North. because we tend to think that the South is slow and then up north is quicker. But you see what I'm saying? So I wanted to do this whole cross-pollination thing. And so I love that Kamal came out. I love that Kamal came out, stuck to his guns, and by the end, everybody understood where Kamal was coming from with Harriet Tubman and how fast she is, and niggas would have got left in the woods fucking around. So that's how that worked. You feel what I'm saying? Some Mason Dixon shit. Yes, Johnny Taylor. So yeah, it was a ball. Somebody said you bringing T.I. next time. No, Sorrel Hatch, I don't got T.I. money. T.I. as T.I. is asking for all the money because he is T.I. Love his breakdown with the food, with the kids, the whole night. When you start, when I was eating the snacks. Yes, indeed. Yes. Anyway, so thank y'all so very, very much. The shirts will be for sale. Listen, everybody's asking about coffee cakes, and shirts and everything else. We had a big ass problem where we set up the official. I set up the official Percolator Coffee Company website. However, I was not able to take care of, I didn't know it was over there. So orders went unfulfilled. Shopify thought I was fraudulent. Some of you received refunds, and then I sent you your coffee anyway. Well, the only way to get out of Shopify jail, yes, I was in Instagram jail, now I'm in Shopify jail. The only way, George was good. The only way to get out of Shopify jail is to get this letter from the IRS. Well, when you pick up the phone to call IRS these days, they don't answer. So it's been a 2-month ordeal trying to get this thing done. So I had to start a whole nother entity to be able to sell merchandise. I'm sorry, the microphone ain't even over here. To be able to sell merchandise and everything else, I've had to readjust my shit. So we should be good to go in a couple days, and then everything. And don't forget, all proceeds help benefit the Covenant House of Greater Washington. So, yeah, get on the phone and call the IRS direct. They not picking up the phone these days. Yes, I'm hip to big cartel, all of them. It's not none of that. It's the fact that I got to start a new entity to be able to sell. I got you, Monica. But if anybody else is having this problem, you can't get the IRS on the phone because they are swamped. They are overwhelmed. And so, yeah, I stay in jail, but that's just the devil trying to stop me. And I refuse to let the demons beat me. Down, Beelzebub. Down with your Satan. Gone where you at. Your mother worked for the Department of Defense? All right, holler at me, D. Let's get some music going first. Let's play this boxing on. And let's get some music going. Oh yeah, the one y'all like. Let's go, y'all. It is time for Coochie Lo Mein. Oh, so you remember my Bobby Jones joke? Yes, the gospel comedy DVD. The gospel comedy DVD that I host. So in case y'all don't know, I used to do a lot of gospel comedy shows, Christian comedy shows, church comedy shows. I didn't even watch the BET Awards last night. So I'm still out here doing my thing. Thank you, Donnie Field. Thank you, Donnie Field. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hey, Tanisha Abney, good morning. Tanisha, you usually the first one on here. Y'all know what this is. It's that Coochie Lo Mein with sweet and sour nipples on the side. Look, Monica says, wow, you can do a clean show? Yes, Monica. Yes, Monica. I do a lot of clean material shows. Can I do a clean show? Yes, I can do a clean show, Monica. That's nothing. That is nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And there's no difference. I do the same jokes when I do a clean show. Who? Cleezy with the with the noodle. She put the noodle emoji out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, clean shows are boring. Thank you, Faith. That's why I do, especially on a Friday night. Them clean shows, you be like, man, get this shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I go like I go. Oh, Tanisha, I'm so sorry to hear this. Our condolences. We have to send Tanisha our condolences this morning, everybody. She lost her best friend last week, and her mind is all over the place. We're going to send you all the light and the love that we possibly can, Tanisha. All the light and love that we possibly can. And to anyone else on this feed who has lost a loved one, you know that we send all the light and the love that we can to you. You understand what I mean? Sorry, so sorry for your loss. You know, I realized that I was still kind of grieving and mourning over my dad who passed away in 2019. And so, Tanisha, our condolences go out to you this beautiful, beautiful morning. You know your friend would want you to smile and be in good spirits. That's why she sent you here this morning. Your friend sent you over here this morning to get some good love and light and some happiness and some jokes with Clair in the morning time. That's what she would want for you. Tanisha, you understand? You understand? You understand? You understand? Yeah, it's still hard. So, Shantae, I feel you. But it does get better. It's difficult, but it does get better. I got scared last night. My mother wasn't picking up the phone yesterday. I was like, oh, Lord, come on, hold on. Not now, Jesus. Oh, no. Not that day. She finally did pick up the phone. She picked up the phone. She's like, I was over there minding my business. I ain't had time. I was like, oh, Lord, Jesus, nah. Not Maxine. Don't play these games with Maxine. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? You welcome, Tanisha. And then this weekend, my son, I think my son has fractured his tibia in his leg. He fractured one of his, playing basketball. He's on crutches today. We got to take him to the doctor later today. So anyway, everybody, I'll be reading the things and I'll be understanding. Get an Echo Dot show to drop in on her. Okay, Frida. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you said. Echo Dot show. She got everything. She just wasn't answering the phone, Frida. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, he fractured his little thing. So he upstairs laying down now. Luckily, school is out. Soon school is out, he messed his leg up, so. Yes, Tanisha, to anyone who's lost anyone here recently, our hearts go out to you. We sending you all the light and love that we possibly can. Does this broadcast look dark to y'all? I'm gonna fix it tomorrow. I don't like how dark this looks. Let me brighten this up a little bit. Let me see how this looks. I don't like that artificial light, so let's turn it brown and let's brighten it up some more. Yeah, all right. So we got my face is nice and bright. All right, so everybody listen. Yes, I'm on Amazon. I'm in. I still got comedy shows from when niggas was buying DVDs, and the Gospel Comedy All-Star 3. Let me see. I think I got a copy of it around here somewhere. She just bought it for her pastor. Hold on. I think I got that sitting right here. Hold on. No, that ain't it. Oh, I just saw it the other day. Oh, well. It's right here somewhere. I just saw that the other day. The Gospel Comedy All-Stars 3. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. I'm a little blurry this morning. There we go. All right, my fingers should be blurry, but my face should not be. And then my fingers should come into focus as I pull out. Yeah, see? That's how this camera works. So listen. We're going to talk about Roe versus Wade. Ladies, we talking about Roe versus Wade this morning. Fellas, you can't talk about a goddamn thing. You can't do nothing but pay attention. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Faye. Ladies, Roe v. Wade has been overturned. Clarence Thomas and his cohorts saw fit to Clarence Thomas and you know the conservatives of the court. Don't forget that Trump had how many Trump appointees on the court? Ain't it 3? It's Kavanaugh. What's the sister name? The super conservative sister. And then one more. Marijuana say, this country is ghetto, Joe Clair. I ain't know if that's how I would put it, but I love the fact that you put it that way. Listen, one of the things that I like to pride myself on is by staying with the boring details of what our government does day in and day out. I think it's because I grew up here in D.C. or, you know, in the DMV, and, you know, politics is right in our backyard. This has been a long time coming. You know, they have been trying to overturn Roe v. Wade since its inception 50 years ago. You hear me? They have been trying to overturn Roe v. Wade since its inception. But let's not forget, we had a liberal court. Now we have a conservative court. There was a liberal court at that time. America thought, you know, you coming out of the 60s, it was time for something new in the 70s, and in the 70s, you know, liberal judges were the law. You needed liberal judges to have the people on your side. Well, now, conservative judges is getting America on its side. Now you're on America's side. Trump's win in 2016 showed y'all just how many conservatives there are in America. And it's a lot. It's a whole lot of conservatives. Now, here's the thing for me. Let's talk about conservatism, because in all actuality, blacks are really conservative. We are super conservative. If you think about it, we don't trust nobody. We believe in certain shit. Anytime we see a bunch of liberal shit going on, we think them people are weirdos. I remember when we became vegetarians and vegans, everybody thought we was weirdos. What you mean y'all don't eat meat? The fuck wrong with y'all? And what you mean you don't go to church like everybody else? What the fuck you mean you ain't put out your Easter basket? We really conservative. However, so we have conservative values. I think what has happened, however, is that the government and the political parties have weaponized conservatism, and it doesn't mean in those circles, it doesn't mean not the feeling. It means more of your political thinking and who you're going to align yourself with. So with that said, we have to pay. This has been a long time coming. Overturning Roe v. Wade. Y'all remember that. You will remember that there was a memo that got leaked of or one of the justices' arguments. I don't want to say arguments, but the way that the justice saw it got leaked. So we knew this was coming. This got out a while ago. You see what I'm saying? And if we don't pay attention, we'll still be, you know what I mean? If we don't pay attention and stay at what's going on, we'll be the most educated slaves in the history of the globe. You understand? We educated, but we don't stay. We so busy chasing a dollar, chasing the, we gotta go to work every day. We gotta take care of our families every day. We have our plates are full. Therefore, we cannot carve out time to pay attention to the bullshit that's going on Capitol Hill. However, the bullshit that's going on Capitol Hill from time to time affects us in very, very profound and real ways, as we just saw. So, since it does affect us in very real ways, we got to really pay attention to same thing, Anthony Roberts. We can get into how it's said, brother Tony, but you understand what I'm getting at. You understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to be I'm not going to choose my words wisely. I'm just going to speak to y'all regularly. Yes, weaponize conservatism or weaponize conservative fears. You got it. You understand what I'm saying, brother. You know what I mean. So, with that being said, sometimes I'm conservative, sometimes I'm liberal. I'm conservative when it comes to this money. Shit. I'm Republican when it comes to the money. All my hustler niggas taught me that back in the 80s and the 90s. When it comes to the money, you better think Republican. You hear me? But when it comes to the people, you better think Democrat or liberal. I believe everybody should, especially in a rich-ass country like this, everybody should have a decent life. And those who have problems having a decent life, we should help. That's how I feel about it. However, don't be taking all my money. You understand what I'm saying? So I will give you some of my money. You can't have all of it. I'm Republican with that. And that's my stance. So I try my best to pay attention to the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the minutia, the boring, goddamn tedious minutia of what our political apparatus does each and every day in this country for our government to function. Chief Tomahawk says it's really about white babies being born because the number of people of color are on track to overtake the numbers of white folks. That has been, so everybody please remember, that is what it's always been about. Do y'all if you don't remember, back in when slavery was real, they enacted laws or gave incentives for more people to come from Europe and buy land in America so that the number of white folks could be, they could even out. Because if you are a landowner and you can have slaves, you are outnumbered. It might be 6 of y'all running the plantation and you might have 30 slaves over there. Well, if he got 30 slaves and 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 he got 30 slaves, pretty soon y'all be outnumbered. So if you go back and look through our history, they enacted laws that said you can only have this many slaves, or you gotta have this many white folks per however many slaves. For if you got a dozen slaves, you gotta have this many white folks. They had all kinds of shit. It was a real system. You know, we tend to look at slavery through it as an overview. And we don't remember that this was a day-to-day goddamn practice. So they enacted those laws to ensure the safety of the white population. This is America's history. I ain't making this shit up. You can Google this shit yourself. Google it, bitch. Get your black ass up. So it has always been about, let's not forget about, and then add this to our understanding. When the settlers came, the settlers' understanding was this is their country. They're still operating off of the fact that they believe that anyone who is not of European descent is ignorant or less intelligent. They did it to Asians. They did it to Africans. They do it to Hispanics. They do it to Indians. They did it to indigenous people here in North America. The Europeans said, hey, they made assumptions about they even had something called phrenology, which would if your skull wasn't the same proportions as a white man's skull, they believed that you were less intelligent. It's real shit. Dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. They are still operating on those principles. Hundreds of years later, they still operate on those principles. You could tell by the school system and how you get taught. How few people of color your children get to see as they go through the school system. How many examples of color they get to see. That's why it's up to us to thwart those actions, that thinking, and teach our kids our motherfucking self. You understand what I'm saying? So, back to Roe versus Wade. And you know, they're trying to ensure their next 200 years in America is what they trying to do. And we still busy trying to take care of, get some generational wealth for the next 20 years. Y'all understand? You understand? We get distracted because, you know, we're still worried about the next 10, 15 years of life here in America. And they are looking at the next 200 years of life here in America. Keep the white population big. Buy up as much land and everything that we can. Make sure that we own. They make sure that they own the technology, the systems we rely on. They make sure they own them and keep us out. That's America. That is America for you. So, those of us who know and have some means better get the fuck up and get the fuck to work. Anyway, ladies, how do y'all feel about it? I want to hear from the ladies this morning. Ladies, how do y'all feel about it? I done gave my little Trump understood his assignment. Look at how many appointed federal judges who are conservative took their positions during his term. Exactly, Monica. Would you please tell these folks? Would y'all please tell these folks? Monica, tell them what's up. Tell him. Barrington, Rawls, what's good with you, Pastor? How you doing this morning, good brother? There's enough equity in this country to accomplish a lot of things. Well, I'm sorry. Thank you, Nicole. Tell them these rulings will affect our kids and the generations to come. And that's what they hoping. That's what they hoping. They hoping that they can stop us in our tracks. Stop you in your tracks, ladies. That's why we must pull as many brothers and sisters up as we possibly can. That's why we got to work with the young brothers in the street. Those are soldiers. We need them soldiers. Y'all know, I'm going to tell you some real shit. Thug niggas from the street, they make strong ass babies. And if you got a thug nigga from the street mentality and a classic education, a formative education, ooh, ain't no stopping you. 12 of them, one of them equals 15 regular motherfuckers. You understand? If you got a nigga from the street with a great education, shit, one of him equals 25, 30 other motherfuckers. You understand? Regular motherfuckers. You feel me? You understand what I mean? I think it's a woman's choice because she is the one who has to deal with the physical, financial, spiritual, and moral consequences of her decision. Listen, and let's say this. Let's not act like humanity has not been getting rid of babies for forever. They used to put them in a basket and send them down the river. Ain't that in the Bible? Didn't Moses get found on the river? Well, that was some other circumstances. But that was just one. That's the story that made the Bible. You can find many, many instances of abandoning babies throughout history because of the fact that we cannot raise this child. You see what I mean? Today, as abortion sits, is just the very sterilized clinical version of the dilemma that people find themselves in time and time again when a baby is on the way and they are not prepared to be able to take care of this baby. You understand what I mean? That's my assessment of the thing. So since I am not the one that carries the baby, yeah, we still talking Roe versus Wade. And you know, for real, if tell me if I'm off base. It seems to be that you know, if you go throughout humanity, they have been the dilemma of keeping a child or not has been real since forever. You know, they have been getting rid of babies for forever. It is a very real dilemma. Now, for it to be the law of the land, conservatives say, no, we can't have that as a law, but you best believe a lot of conservatives is walking around who have had abortions. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah. Tommy Davidson was found in a trash bag. They say Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. Damn shame. The child can barely spell her name. That's up to Brenda's family. Well, let me explain how it affects our whole community. You know what I mean? So, and then the question becomes, Monica, exactly, who's going to take care of these babies? Ain't like foster care simply is empty. I'm just saying. When the war in Ukraine broke out, just now, when the war in Ukraine broke out, they did a story on one of the new CNN, I believe, and they showed an orphanage where babies got left, kids got left, special needs kids got left by the thousands. Their families just left them. The circumstances are, we got to go. The bombs are falling. I wish you luck. You see what I mean? It is, I'm not going to judge anyone for not being or not feeling like you have the capacity to be able to take care of a child. I understand that doubt. I understand that concern. I understand it fully. I'm not going to judge you for it, and I'm not going to make a judgment call. I think that I think that you know, the argument that we would actually have that be law of the land didn't sit well with people who, it started with religious fervor and religious concerns. Then it went on into politics and everything else. And they're going to say, nah. And anytime you have a belief that strong, it can be weaponized for political gain or not. And that's what we're sitting in the middle of. I have no doubt that abortions will still go on en masse in America. I have no doubt that abortions will still go on en masse in America. It's just a political victory that we struck it down. The Supreme Court said no. Just like the Supreme Court said that all, Supreme Court ended segregation, but racism ain't in. The Supreme Court ended abortions, but abortions ain't about to stop no time soon. Y'all tell me if I'm lunching. Now, Elise says that the depositor of the sperm gets off scotch-free if they decide they want to be a daddy. It's all effed up. Elise. Now, why we gotta be the depositor of the sperm? When we was in the hotel room, you loved me. And now all of a sudden I ain't nothing but the depositor of the sperm. That's like me calling you the opener of the legs. Don't do that to us. Don't do that to us. It takes two. It takes two. Don't do that to us, Elise. The depositor of the sperm gets off scotch-free. They decide they want to be a daddy. It's all effed up. Well then, I don't know. That might, Elise and who said she, and Star. Well then, I might need to make better choices on the niggas you lay down with. My babies is upstairs. Huh? What about that part? He get to ride off scot. He don't want to be no daddy. That's why they kept telling you, keep your legs closed. Get a ring on the motherfucker first. You gotta make sure this motherfucker. But Elise. Hold on, Elise. She does have a point. I'm not saying she don't got a point, but if it takes two, don't forget your part in that as well, ladies. Come on now. I'm going back and forth right now with Elise and Star. Yes. Men don't have as much, don't got to bear the responsibilities. But you want us to have responsibility after the fact, which means you got to have responsibility before the fact. You got to make sure that this motherfucker is wearing the condoms or has taken some precautions to make sure we not getting pregnant, or you got to have a discussion about having babies. You supposed to know he don't want no kids for the nut come. Ain't that what your grandmother told you? You got to know. You got to know. They say the men need to be held accountable. Well then, here go the part, Winter. If you say that men need to be held accountable, some men are going to interpret that as, well then if I got to be held accountable, I get to make the laws then. It's a catch-22. You tell the right man, well, you got to be held accountable. Well, goddamn it, then I say what goes. And what I say is you keeping this baby. We all have to be, this is not a man and woman issue. This is a humanity issue, right? Think about it, Star. If you sit there and say to me, Joe, I'm pregnant and I'm about to go have an abortion. I say, no, you ain't. I want to keep this baby. Let's keep the baby. This is life, Elise. These are life decisions. These are very real life decisions that we in this day and time, in this modern age, have the luxury of this or that. Back in the day, you ain't had this luxury. This what the fuck is gonna be. My mother's book, Rattlebone, is all of that book I always hold up is about a school teacher who got pregnant and had to decide if she's gonna have a life or not. That's what that whole book is about. It's about a school teacher who got pregnant. And they said, well, you can't be a school teacher who is not married and be in front of the children. There's no fucking way we can answer. You understand what I'm saying? We have the luxury in this modern age of being able to this or that, tit for tat, go back and forth. But with that said, that means everybody has a responsibility. Everybody has, me and you, our responsibilities are both just as heavy. Elise, Star, you understand? My responsibility is just as heavy as yours. And we, however, in getting caught up in lust and liking and wanting to fuck and the sexual revolution, now there's some real consequences that come along with that. One of them being you may have a child out of wedlock. Now, if you do have a child out of wedlock, if you become pregnant out of wedlock, what you gonna do about it? What is your ideas? Make sure you discuss that with the motherfucker before anything. I know that lady up there made me talk about it. That lady who live upstairs, who be up them steps, she made me talk about this shit before we started having baby. She made me have a conversation about this shit before we start having babies. Y'all understand what I mean? Silver Logan Sharp say the pull-out game got to get better. Now you got to put on the condom. Put on the condom. And it is circumstantial, D. You are correct, D. You're right. It is circumstantial. It's 9:51. I ain't realized it was that late. It's 9:51 in the morning time. It is circumstantial. What are the circumstances? Now, Monica Harrison say, my body, my choice. Cool. I'm going to go have this baby. So if the man has expressed to you that he don't want no babies, he's told you to your face, I don't want no babies. But you keep fucking him and then all of a sudden we pregnant. Don't be mad at me. I told you before I don't want no babies. But that pussy bang. Don't get it twisted. I don't want no babies, but that pussy is incredible. I do want some pussy, but I don't want no babies. You understand how that works? That's what it is. That's what it really is. I do want some pussy, but I don't want no babies. And you decide we're gonna have a baby. That's exactly how it go down, Monica. Come on, Monica. You know that's how exactly it go down. Unless we not talking. Unless we haven't had these discussions, these uncomfortable, hard to have discussions before we start fucking each other, there's gonna be some problems. But that's the truth. You know, I'm trying to put it in a comedic way so that it'll resonate. As a man, I don't know what goes on in a woman's body. I have no idea what it feels like to be a woman, so I will never ever try to govern a woman's actions, emotions, thoughts, or any of those things. At the same time, I'm going to ask that you give me the same respect and understand that I have emotions, feelings, thoughts as well, and mine are just as valid as yours. With that being said, the only way, if we both have a valid viewpoint, if we keep arguing with each other, we ain't gonna get nowhere. But if we try to see eye to eye and understand that she's just as equal as I am and I'm just as equal as she is, well then hold on a second. I can't have a baby. I cannot get pregnant. I came to the planet not being able to be pregnant. That's just it. I got a dick. I skeet. And my desire to skeet don't end till I'm 90. You understand what I'm saying? Now, women be needing to skeet too. But yours, when you skeet, if we skeeting correctly, you may become pregnant. Therefore, there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with that. You are the one that brings life to the planet. So since you bring life to the planet, that's why that's what the term. What froze? Something froze, Monica? Oh shit. That's why your grandmother and them used to call them easy. Oh, she's easy. Oh, she's easy. Because it used to be hard back in the day to get some pussy. You wanna know why it was so hard to get some pussy? Because there was too many responsibilities that came with it. You understand what I'm saying? In other countries, in some of those Muslim countries, where we see that women have no rights in anything of that nature. Also, there's another part to it too. If you get my daughter pregnant, you her husband. If you hold my daughter's hand, nigga, you her husband. You got to start paying today. Yes, more men should get a vasectomy. So now you trying to govern my body. That's not what we're going to do in this discussion. That gets us nowhere. Me saying that you should do something doesn't get you. You know how you feel when I say you should do something, right? Women. If I say women should blah blah blah, y'all be like, Joe, get the fuck out of here. It's the same thing when women feel that we should do something. So, here's how I see it. We all have to be understanding of each other when we lay down and start having these babies. How we are going to be with each other when it comes to these babies. What's going on with this nut? The nut is coming. If you lay down with me, the nut is coming. If we fucking, the nut coming. You understand what I'm saying to you? But nobody likes to have those discussions when we still just dating. That fucks up the dating. More men need to have vasectomies. That means we can't populate the earth. And we got to populate the earth. We got to populate the earth. You understand what I'm saying? That's man's purpose. So, it's 9:57. We're going to continue this tomorrow. Guess what I'm doing all day today? I'm baking cakes. Because tomorrow, 9010 by DC Sweet Potato Cakes has the grand opening down on 17th and K. The grand opening, we've had 300 something RSVPs. We'll have a bunch of people out there tomorrow. I got to go bake cakes all goddamn day. Please join me tomorrow, 17th and K. You hear me? 17th and K. tomorrow all day is our grand opening, 9010 by DC Sweet Potato Cakes. Don't forget to get your ShareZo account. Get yourself a ShareZo account. It's how I monetize my life. Go to sharezo.com and check it out. You might discover a new comedian that you ain't even know existed. You understand what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I'm getting out of here. There's ShareZo. Make sure that you get yourself a ShareZo account. ShareZo is like comedians, where comedians like me, Lil Duval, my girl Dominique, and many others monetize our comedy content. And how much is a laugh worth? How much is a smile worth? Huh? Go over there and find it. You might, there's some stuff is $1, some stuff is $5, it's $10. You never know. But if you're paying $5 for a cup of coffee and it don't make you laugh, come over to ShareZo, get yourself a laugh for $5. Check out the $5 special I got over that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? That's gonna be that. You can purchase cakes tomorrow. You can come see me live and purchase those cakes in person, Tamara, and I'll talk about them tomorrow morning. Peace and love to the Black Ass Bunch. I will holler at y'all tomorrow. How about we leave out of here with my favorite? I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Much love. We're gonna talk about this Roe v. Wade again tomorrow.
Seems to want me gone, but fuck it, they wrong. I said he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, but fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Caught up in the characters of America's fucked up narrative. They say the straight black man in the black community is a terrorist. Straight black man can't never win. Straight black man is gon' need a therapist. Cause the straight black man is the worst that it's ever been. Blaming me for shit I ain't never did. Man, can't a nigga ever live? Can't a nigga ever live? I've been out here killing it, still trying to sell me that I'm ignorant. Demon can't tell I'm different and diligent. Demon can't tell what a nigga been. Born suspect, what a nigga been innocent. Man up on them and they mark you as militant. Mark you as mad and belligerent. Man, fuck y'all images, fuck they images. He don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, but fuck it, they wrong. Say he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, but fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. Who you calling a bitch though? What is you calling her a bitch for? Watch that bitch glow, watch that bitch blow. See, that's the part there that you didn't know. Getting mo. Why you hating on her black girl magic? Her black girl drive, all her black girl savage. So divine that she had to hashtag it. Her life matters and she had to have added. She been out here killing it. Hitting figure, but you acting like she ignorant. Paying her less, still magnificent. Watch her shatter that glass into little bits. Master degrees while you mastering mad. Master a master, holding you back. Master a madness and average. Basic and tragic, trash in her passion. Said he don't like me, she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, but fuck it, they wrong. Said he don't like me and she don't like me. Everybody seems to want me gone, but fuck it, man, all y'all wrong. You done blackball me, redline me, whitewash me, still can't define me. Try and dick me down and then still deny me. Yeah, try and fuck me, sneak up behind me, but boom, I ain't bought up blinded, so boom, you ain't gotta remind me, cause bitch, my mind be like a flower in bloom. Sky with a room, that's the life assignment, and whom, what's in never should try me, then boom, big boom from what's behind me. Full pack of black excellent facts, black excellent acts, black excellent stats. Won't succumb to your bum ass acts, and when your bum ass come ass, I done no jack, and when your young ass come ass, I run that back, cause all my scholars had scars all upon they back. Now let's go. He don't like me, she don't like me, everybody seems to want me gone,